Welcome everyone to RazörFist Arcade Live. We are going to be playing a fan-made game, a game that for some reason I haven't seen a lot of people play. Been in development, I don't know, about the last year and a half, 2 years, something to that effect. It is called Stage 9, and basically it is just an Enterprise D Star Trek The Next Generation fucking simulator.
Pretty much.
Which is bad fucking ass. So as soon as I heard this shit, I was like, oh, okay, gotta. And I figured we should probably play it before fucking CBS has it taken down and Paramount.
You know they will, too.
Fucking chunders in their asshole.
Because they don't like money.
Yes. Shaka at Tanagra! His eyes uncovered! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's play a little bit, well, let's tour the Enterprise D. By the way, we're one version behind on this, because apparently the new version, the version 10 or whatever, really doesn't like my computer. I don't know why. I don't have a weird fucking setup at all. I have a fucking GeForce, you know, I have a really good processor, lots and lots of RAM. Shouldn't be a problem, but it is! Story of my life. So let's go ahead and tear into Star Trek Stage 9. Where is she? There she is.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts, ladies and gentlemen. Please! God damn it! I hate this hacker crap! Alright. Oh, we could have done the intro sequence. By the way, there is a link to this project in the description if you'd like to donate to their costs. Obviously, they're not doing this for profit, so this is all for, like, development costs. But yeah, so the idea is, in first or third person, if you want to look at that god-awful haircut, you can tour the Enterprise D, and they're basically just modeling it one room at a time. It's, you know, as you can see here on the fucking list, there's quite a bit to explore. You have the transporter rooms, 1, 2, 3, and 4, science lab, shuttle, a bunch of shuttle bays, Worf's quarters, Data's quarters, you got the main bridge, which is right in front of us. Arboretum, so we can go make fun of Miss O'Brien, we can call her a cunt to her face. Picard's quarters, 9 forward, 10 forward. No 7 of 9 forward.
Yeah.
What? Sick bay. Okay. Oh, holodecks.
I did check out the holodecks. They're pretty cool.
What have they done with them?
Various bridges from various different timelines.
Apparently, they're gonna be working on Dixon Hill and,
oh, that would be amazing.
Sherlock Holmes and shit, so.
Oh, that would be cool.
But this is pretty cool. Keep in mind, this is the outdated version. There's gonna be there's actually a lot of new stuff. I know in the new version, you can use the replicators. In the new version, you can... Well, we'll see. I think you can fly a shuttle in this version and actually leave the ship, but I haven't been able to figure out exactly how. Data, what's up, nigga? What is that? I don't know, but I'm gonna blow it up.
Can you?
You sure can. That doesn't adhere to the Prime Directive. That's that's probably an intergalactic incident. Oh well.
They probably had it coming.
Probably. It's a safe bet. But yeah, in the new version you can use the replicators. This version I don't think you can. It's not a big deal, it just gives you a randomly colored liquid. Except for Picard's. Picard's apparently, if you go into the replicators, it only gives you Earl Grey tea. Which is a nice touch.
Use the tricorder to examine your haircut.
Yes, please.
But they made one big mistake. They attacked my home planet.
Jesus.
I'm not sure that was loud enough. Alright. Alright. We could probably answer some donations.
Well, ooh. See, you don't get to see this corridor enough. The one that leads up to the, conference room here.
Yep.
Oh, there are people here. Oh, yes. Let's catch up on some donos. Atheist Suck Cock by Choice says, if Terran had diabetic edema, would you call him Terran Swell?
Call him Terran Sterling.
It'll never be that bad.
Oh, I can't pick it back up. God damn it! I had a phaser. I could have started shooting people. You can absolutely shoot people and kill them, might I add.
He also asked...
There are different versions, by the way, of the bridge. Season 1, Seasons 2 to 7, Yesterday's Enterprise, All Good Things, Generations. Yeah, you can actually change all that. You can change the alert level. So, keep in mind, this is literally an Enterprise simulator. We're not going to have any narrative here. We're not going to be ushered into anything. We're just going to wander around the fucking Enterprise D and enjoy ourselves. This is comfy time.
Yeah, this is really comfy time. And this is like super alpha.
Walk around and enjoy our fucking 90s carpet here. Ugh.
I can't wait to see what they can do with this.
Fucking, apparently...
If CBS lets them.
Yeah.
He also asked, Jackknife Powerbomb or The Last Ride?
Oh, come on. Fucking Jackknife. Last Ride, I always thought was a shitty finisher. It's basically a wedgie powerbomb. I never got that. He only did the fucking Last Ride because the Tombstone was banned for a while there. No? Nothing?
I think it's just what you record your log on.
It's just a hold, I guess. Well, it disappeared into the fucking void. So let's go over to the turbo lift. Actually, let's go ahead and take a vote on where we should go here. Let's pick, like, 2 options so we can simplify people's choices. Do you want to go to basically the habitat ring, not habitat ring, right. We're thinking
Crew
DS9
quarters.
Here. By the way, they are modeling DS9 in this game.
Oh, they fucking better.
They're already working on it.
Awesome.
Do you want to go to the crew quarter level, or do you want to go to the shuttle bay? Let's go to, we can go to either.
The proper shuttle bay. Which, did we ever get to see?
Yeah, we went to the shuttle bay.
No, I mean, like, in the show itself.
Oh! I don't know.
Let's see. I'm seeing...
Body bag.
Quarters.
Body bag.
Holodeck. Quarks.
We can go to
engineering.
DS9. Speaking of which, before we do that, let's lay in a course for DS9.
Shuttle bay, crew
let's
quarters,
leave the rubble that we've just created.
Shuttle bay, body bag, there it is.
Warp 7.
Crew quarters, shuttle bay. I'm seeing a lot of crew quarters. Oh.
The debris follows you. Pre-alpha, folks.
There it goes.
Pre-fucking alpha.
Body bag, UNATCO.
Go in and go in and go in.
So we should probably hit up.
Okay, let's go to. Oh my god. And there's sub-menus.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, let's just explore, I suppose.
Asim Justin, body bag quarters.
Yes. Okay, ladies and gents.
Let's catch up on some of these. The Showa must go on, says. Fuck no true Scotsman. It should be renamed No True Socialism. Ooh, an escape pod.
Why don't we call it Everybody Hates Raymond? Well, we stayed up all night, but it was worth it. Yeah, those are escape pods. How about that?
What's with you white people and Asian chicks? They have no body.
You white people?
What do you mean, you white people?
Yeah, I don't have yellow fever. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, not all of these are accessible yet.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do something like algorithmic with the other quarters. Port quarters. Thus far, I'm not seeing much except for Worf's quarters!
And there's a stranger in his
Yeah, there's just a random dude.
Type 4 phaser.
Oh my gosh! Yeah!
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Can I kill you? Can I kill you dead?
He's evading in the most precise way possible.
Yeah.
He's sitting.
Well, normally you can actually move this around. I don't know why this isn't. The other phaser you can move around. Can I grab that? No.
Damn it.
No, sir. No, Worf's got this fucking piece of shit, too. Oh, he's got the tacky art.
Let's see. Trump's big, beautiful hand says, I like my women like I like my coffee. All over my lap while I'm driving.
All right. That's some semi-biographical information I did not require.
Why haven't we seen the Razor headbang?
Why would I headbang? I've never recorded a fucking episode at a Judas Priest concert.
Yeah. Testicular Tactics says,
Science lab? No.
what did the moose say after leaving the gay bar? Man, I blew like $50 back there.
Apparently... Data! Oh my gosh. How about that?
Ah!
Nice!
Nice touch.
Oh, the little Tasha Yar thing.
Dude.
He's got his Tasha Yar porn. I wonder. I begin to wonder. No? Did I? Yes! I'm gonna destroy your tacky art data.
Let's see. He continues.
Ooh, give me that tricorder.
Is it even possible
No?
to non-violently get term limits in Congress? I don't see those guys as willing to vote away their power.
Yeah, I don't see it happening either. You're either gonna have to use the Supreme Court, because apparently they're fucking kings now. If you've been paying attention to the news out of fucking Massachusetts, apparently they could just decide what the law is. So, hey, Mr. Oh my goodness. How about that? Man, how could a futuristic chair be so fucking 90s?
Yeah.
How does it... But yeah, I see it probably being a situation where you wind up having to use the Supreme Court or something, which is ridiculous because that's not the Supreme Court's job. Neither is making the fucking law.
And let's see. Irish Steel says, hey, Razor, I know you're a big World War I guy.
Yep.
Thoughts on T.E. Lawrence?
Kind of the reason why guerrilla warfare became, like, really took off is T.E. Lawrence. He's a weird one. He's kind of a consummate bullshitter. If you've ever read his book, it's just full of fabrication and exaggeration and stories way too good to be true. There's a lot of that in there, and apparently... Alright. Okay, so apparently my character, like Sarkeesian Sex Life, has 2 speeds. Alright. What the fuck? But sorry, to return to the original subject. fucking T.E. Lawrence, I think, was kind of half bullshitter, half fucking war hero. He had to adopt, like, whatever else you want to say about Lawrence of Arabia, he adopted tactics that worked at a time when British military policy was not. You have to remember, like, T.E. Lawrence started adopting those guerrilla tactics right after the Coot massacre, where they wound up having a fucking death march through the desert because they had been besieged at Coot. Townsend had been besieged at Coot. Oh my god, the barrels that killed Worf!
Yeah. Now,
Stand back!
I've tested this in the 10 version. You can play around with the tractor beam, but it doesn't actually move anything. It doesn't work. So you can mess around with it.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know if it'll work in this version. Yeah. So you can move it around and point it at stuff and activate it, but I don't think it does anything.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat.
But FYI, that's how they move cargo around.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, like, I feel like Lawrence of Arabia actually adopted some tactics that basically they had to, in order for Britain to win, because their military tactics were not fucking working in the Middle East. He basically invented, but he's also kind of responsible for, you know, Al-Qaeda and shit like that. So, you know, good with the bad.
Best Way Killer asks, what are they doing in Massachusetts specifically? Haven't heard about that, and I live here.
They randomly decided, well, your attorney general petitioned a federal judge, meaning someone who was appointed, not elected, and therefore is not accountable to you or any member of the electorate, to ban AR-15s. Just decide, hey, you know, I read the Constitution and there was this great provision in there that says, hey, the Second Amendment's great, except for this fucking, this AR-15 bullshit. Those can go away. So basically, they imagined that the Constitution included a provision banning AR-15s from being considered arms, quote-unquote, that we have a right to... So they banned AR-15s, is what happened. Which is not in the Constitution, because there's nothing about AR-15s in the Constitution. It just says arms. And it doesn't say well-regulated militia. It says the people have the right to bear arms. It could have been written, a militia being necessary to the freedom of a... to the independence of a free state, or whatever the fuck. The right of the militia to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. They could have easily specified that it was the militia they were talking about, but no. The Founding Fathers went out of their way to say the right of the people. It's not talking about the militia. The militia is a tangential addition. So, but they're going to take this to the Supreme Court, and I have a very, very strong feeling it's going to be overturned. And ultimately, it may be a boon, because that court decision after that point will be the definitive final word that'll say, yeah, they're fucking, you can't just say you can't have assault weapons.
Yeah.
It's not legal. Okay, so where should we go next?
Well, Shuttle Bay was the second choice, and people were wanting to see that.
Okay, let's get over there then. Main Shuttle Bay. Starboard bow? Alright, Main Shuttle Bay, center, forward, starboard. Let's go there. Sounds like a good bet.
For many people, this will be the first time they've actually seen the main Shuttle Bay.
Yes,
on the
indeed.
Enterprise.
Because the Shuttle Bay you see on the show is actually like a little pissant one. How about that? Ugh! Now, I don't know how to fly these fucking things, or indeed how to open them.
For each one, it's different, depending if, you know, the version is, like, 10. For this one, it's a control pad on the back.
Where?
Or, there it is.
The shuttles do work.
I would open the hangar bay first.
Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a shuttle.
It's one of the control panels on the bottom left or right.
Well, I'm not gonna fly it yet. I need to open the damn doors first.
Irish Steel also says, could you recommend any good books about the Crusades? There is so much misinformation about them, particularly ones about epic battles or heroes of that time. I love stories about real heroic people in history, such as Jack Churchill in World War II. These weird-looking ones specifically, I don't think you can get in those. I tried like hell.
Huh.
But everything else you can. Even the one up front, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh!
There it is.
Well, first off, let's open the goddamn bay doors. Is it that?
It's the center control.
That guy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get up there. Can you climb the ladders?
No, not even in version 10.
That's weird. Okay. Here we go. We are taking that runabout. I'm taking this. I'm taking this couch.
It's a bit of a tight fit when you actually try to get it out of the door.
I imagine.
Just FYI.
Where's the panel on this son of a bitch?
It's hidden. You gotta see it. It's like right near the nose. To the right. Like, it's next to the window. See it? Right there. Where it divots to the right. Right here.
What are you talking about?
That should be the door. Just walk up to it.
Hey! Oh my god.
Fortunately, you don't have access to the rear. But,
holy shit. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Well, we'll stay on the ship for now. We'll do the shuttles. We'll fly out of the fucking shuttle bay and all that fun stuff and see the outside of the ship after we've toured a little more, shall we? I think that's something we should save for
the end.
For the big fucking finish.
Oh, while we're here in the shuttle bay, why don't we take a look at the phaser range? It should be on the behind you.
There?
No, to the left. There, on that side. One of those doors.
Variable gravity.
Should be around here somewhere.
Yes, they have music from the show.
And hopefully it's not copyrighted. La
Yeah.
la 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 la. Oh, did you have any, did you answer the Crusades question?
Yeah, I don't... Ooh!
That's the answer to the Crusades question.
Yes.
Could that be it?
Go on to the Real Crusades History channel. They actually interview a number of authors on there that have written a bunch of awesome books. So that would be my recommendation. Go there because you're gonna find a lot more than just the one I could fucking recommend right now. So,
people are noting the music is a tad loud.
good of you to mention that this far into the stream.
Nobody complained.
Alright.
Let's bring it. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Alrighty. Where's my fucking phaser range?
Of course, there's also the it might not be in this version.
No, I don't know. EPS conduit.
Let's answer another.
Storage. Aid
Rude.
station.
Rude Etude says, oh, he donates $20 too. Thank you. Hey, Razor. Love your rants and reviews. God fucking speed, sir.
And we have a new review coming right out. We have two, actually.
You said your favorite episode of the original series was the Doomsday Machine. It happens to be my favorite, too. Have you read The Iron Dream by Norman Spinrad, guy who wrote the episode?
Nope.
It's Nazis versus mutants in the post-nuke war wasteland.
Nope.
That sounds awesome. I might have to check that out.
My favorite post-apocalyptic novel is The Chrysalids. That one's really cool. It's like a novel that starts out in such a way that you don't really know that it's post-apocalyptic at first. It opens up in kind of a I'm not seeing any fucking power systems. Yeah, I don't think it's I think it's a different door.
Maybe.
But no, fucking it opens up in like this Quaker Puritan kind of village, and I think it's told from the first person. And I think the main character is a girl, if I remember correctly, and her dad is basically, or her adopted father rather, is like the priest in the town, and he's always talking about abominations and burning the heathens. And so you think it's like it's gonna be the Crucible, or it's gonna be the Scarlet Letter, or one of those hackneyed, thinly veiled attempts to apologize for communism kind of things. And then you realize the abominations he's talking about are literal fucking mutants, and they have 3 arms, and they have fucking powers and shit, and you're just like, it takes a real hard fucking left turn all of a sudden. And apparently when someone displays that they're abnormal, they're cast out into the fucking wasteland outside of the city, or outside of the village rather. And the main character, it turns out, like, has telepathic powers. And I won't spoil the whole thing, but it's really badass. It's like, it turns out basically this village is way far the fuck in the future, and it's not the Puritan era, it's not the Crucible, it's after a post-nuclear Holocaust situation, and the mutants are created by the fucking radiation. Which is really badass. Good book. Kind of a weird ending, a little bit of an anticlimax for an ending, but like really visionary book. I think it was written in the 50s, I want to say. Really ahead of its time.
He actually donated a second time and says, thought I'd include a nice dad joke, or at least the safest one that I know.
Yeah.
Question, why did Helen Keller's dog commit suicide? You'd probably kill yourself too if your name was...
I love it. Variable gravity area. Yeah, I'm not seeing the shooting range. What about over here?
Andreja Jovanovic says, I stayed up all night just so that I would not miss out on this. I super chat you guys during streams from time to time, but usually under different names. Keep being amazing.
Are you an international man of mystery?
P.S. Who's the better actor, Avery Brooks or Charles Bronson? Oh, come on. I love Charlie, but...
Yeah, fucking Avery Brooks is like a fucking Shakespearean goddamn actor.
Yeah.
What is the button to...
You just walk up to it. There's no panel or anything. It's on the side.
That's it?
Yeah. That should be it there.
Maybe it's not supported on this.
Or maybe that little panel? Not that panel, but that one right there. Oh my god!
Whoa! I am the Incredible Hulk, confirmed. Con-fucking-firmed.
Let's see. Best Way
It's
Killer.
a lot of cybernetics labs.
Best Way Killer says, what do you think of Master's Hammer?
Band?
I'm assuming. Or
I've never
album?
heard of them.
I know he's here in the chat. Can you specify, sir?
Let's go. Picard's quarters? Let's go Picard's quarters.
Yeah. He should still be here.
I bet you his fucking flute is in there.
Yes, first wave black metal band.
Nope, never heard.
Oh, sorry, man.
Well, I've heard of, I've just never listened to. The big first wave black metal bands that I listen to are Sodom, of course Bathory, Venom, and Hellhammer. I don't like Celtic Frost. And I don't consider Merciful Fate to be first wave black metal. I don't know why people include them. It's not first wave black metal at all.
He also notes they're from the Czech Republic.
Oh! So Captain Picard lives in space. Nice!
Cool.
Very nice.
Kind of cluttered. You'd think the captain's quarters would be a bit bigger.
Well, it doesn't help that there's a bunch of strangers in his fucking quarters.
Yeah.
You know, you'd think if you're keeping rare texts in here, you might lock your goddamn room. Instead of letting strangers get stuck in the doorframe. Whoops!
Oops.
Whoops!
Nothing. Nothing.
Don't mind me. Just committed a little murder.
It's on stun. Really, it is.
Totally. What the fuck?
Okay, clear the corridor or I'll clear it.
I love this. Oh! He had it coming.
Witnesses.
I have been seen. Oh, it doesn't do the little effect. Alright. Now, let's get some peace and quiet. Wait, did you come back to life? I think
he told you it was on stun. Let's see. Dirty Dan.
Oh, God! The Great Enterprise Massacre!
Dirty Dan's Dank Dick says, to play devil's advocate for T.J. Kirk, I wouldn't say he was attacking Jordan Peterson.
Huh?
Rather, he was just stating the vast philosophical differences between himself and Jordan.
I didn't even realize he had mentioned him at all.
He released the first episode of his audiobook on YouTube. Check it out.
I didn't even realize the Amazing Atheist had talked about him.
Gender Solid Penis Cheese says, the future is female. Females get fucked. Therefore, the future is fucked.
As long as they're not Rosie O'Donnell, I suppose. Or...
Body Bag says, ban assault phasers. Sensible phaser control.
Come on, just a little sensible infringement.
But they made one big mistake. They attacked my home planet.
Exactly. You could have prevented this, Jade Falcon fuckers. Let's go to Battle. Yeah,
Bridge.
that's where I was looking to go. Let's get to the Battle Bridge. Aw.
DK Unit says, in light of this weekend's happenings, which WWE Hall of Fame inductee deserved their introduction at least?
The least?
The least.
Hello?
Who deserves one the most?
Oh, here we go. I would say Jeff fucking Jarrett. What the fuck? Jeff Jarrett was Intercontinental Champion, what, like, fucking twice? Twice? Maybe it was more than that? I don't know. For Jeff Jarrett to be in the Hall of Fame, but Goldust not to be? Are you fucking kidding me? I get that Goldust is still active, but what the fuck? What the fuck? Goldust is a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. I think that's goddamn ridiculous. Battle Bridge, motherfucker. I wonder if you can... Why is there a random shuttlecraft out there? But yeah, fucking, I think it's a tie between Jeff Jarrett and Mark Henry. Mark Henry got the world title, yes, but it was like during an era when who the fuck else would you give it to? You know what I mean? Like,
Melphis Sky asks, opinion on the Channel Awesome controversy.
No, don't.
Did you do a thing?
I did a thing. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Did you break it?
I think I broke it.
He broke it. Oh my god.
I literally ripped the Enterprise's head off. Something very suggestive about that shot. Maybe it's because the ship has a nipple. And a bit of a vagina there. An Asian vagina, though. It's sideways.
I wonder now if you can't access the rest of the ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Can I link them back up, or am I fucked? No, apparently I'm alright. Alright, let's go, computer core. Nacelle control. Main engineering! Let's go visit Geordi.
Now, when I tried to load this, it wouldn't load. So, I hope you have more luck than I did.
Okay. I've actually stood on engineering, by the way. When they did the Star Trek,
Experience thing?
Yeah, the Star Trek experience, not Star Trek The Experience, but, I forget what it was called, but they actually brought the set. I have actually touched that set there, and this whole thing here, and I've actually seen the warp core and all that fun stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Look at this place.
Hell yeah! Now I wonder if we change this. Shall we?
Give it a shot.
Ah!
Nope. Emergency transport.
Emergency transport! No! Hey, I finally got that view of DS9 though. Emergency transport. That was awesome. Okay, let's see. Generations. Are we on the generations?
I think that's just a bridge. I'm not sure if it's... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. It's the bridge. Who would like to hear a nice story about a bridge?
It's your goy, Zach says. What did they call Judith N. Goldberg after her female to male transition? Juden.
What?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Edelwolf Bergman says, thoughts on Sir Christopher Lee?
I miss that guy. A guy in his 90s had a metal band. Like, that by itself, if he had done nothing else in his life, if he was never Dracula, if he was just a Shakespearean actor his whole fucking life and never did anything of note, no Lord of the Rings, no fucking Star Wars, nothing. If he had just had a metal band in his 80s and 90s, he would be a goddamn legend. But then you throw into that his fucking experience in World War II as a fucking spy, doing counterintelligence is a great story about Christopher Lee. They were shooting the scene that's only in the extended edition of The Two Towers. No, of Return of the King, where they're talking to Saruman and he's on top of Orthanc, and Wormtongue is with him, and Wormtongue shanks him in the back, you know, and he falls off the fucking the top of the goddamn tower, and he stabs him, and Peter Jackson's giving him directions on like how to react to getting stabbed, and he's like, yeah, just go ah or something, or just, you know, fall over or whatever, and Christopher Lee's like, that is, Peter, that is not how a man sounds when they are stabbed to death. He's like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, well, you see, when you stab a man in the back, they make more of a ah sound because of the air being let out of their lungs. He's like, what? How do you know this? He's like, I did a lot of things in World War II. He fucking... Christopher fucking Lee! He's James fucking Bond, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. What a badass.
Absolutely. I miss that man.
Oh, jeez. What a legend.
John Smith says, a story this week about an old man in the UK who stabbed a burglar. Yeah, I've been reading
Ugh.
They're putting him up on murder charges. What are your thoughts?
Well, that's the UK. It's because, look, this is an incremental thing. You already allowed the law in the books where if you fucking kill a criminal or even wound them within your own home, you basically correct procedure. If you're in the UK and somebody breaks into your house, is literally, and the police would tell you this too, this isn't me exaggerating, is run out of your home, hide in the bushes, and call the cops. That's the fucking procedure. If you take any action against the intruder, you're criminally liable. Which is, you know, the moment the UK allowed that to be a law, that's the moment they made a situation like this a fucking inevitability. So you officially cannot defend yourself in the United Kingdom. It is illegal. But that's been on the books for a long time. Let's go call Keiko a cunt.
Let's see. Mr. DJ Fly High says, thoughts on Channel Awesome and the Nostalgia Critic recently?
I haven't seen the Nostalgia Critic in forever. I know all the controversy going on around Channel Awesome. It strikes me as the people I don't have any fucking respect for, just making, stirring a bunch of shit again. But, whatever. Nostalgia Critic's fine. His shows is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not going to pretend I'm, like, the biggest fan in the world, but whoa! Whoa! What the fuck? This looks nicer than the show!
A lot nicer.
A lot nicer!
It's got better graphics.
Yeah, I'm detecting massive quantities of wind in this sector. Yes. Shitty water effects, though. I suspect those changed in version 10.
Lupacillo says, Terran and Fist, if
I'm detecting a minority.
oh my god. If you reverse the
anyway.
If you reverse the polarity on the deflector array and ran the auxiliary power through the secondary chronoton matrix while maintaining the dilithium fluctuator,
and of course following the hysteresis curve
on a constant bilinear Terra oscillation, would it turn Movie Bob straight?
I'm afraid not. We don't have antimatter. Let's see here. Let's go to the holodecks.
Yeah.
Let's see dem holodecks.
Anthony Corollo says, what do you call electricity in snow? White power.
Oh!
That's kind of lame. It's kind of lame.
But if it has bacteria, is it red power? Or yellow power if you piss in it? That is the question.
Gotta load up program.
Yeah. Where's my holodeck?
I think those are it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you have to do it from inside in this version.
Which is how it is in the show, so what the fuck?
No, you could do it from outside too. There's a control panel. I mean, well, in the show. I guess maybe they're not active
Maybe
here.
they're not. No.
Nothing?
Maybe only certain ones are. Let's test!
No, nothing.
I'm not seeing it.
WOF.
No holodecks. Not in this version.
WOF Hornet says, it's just a game. Alan Moraine. That was well timed, too. Ah, well, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. Fuck, dude. Oh, well.
For the record, in the 10 version, you can visit those different bridges.
Yeah.
And they also modeled the original series bridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the Scotty...
Yep.
Like the Scotty episode. probably my favorite episode of TNG.
Let's see. The goddamn Loch Ness Monster from South Park donated $3.50.
Now, since Trey Parker and Matt Stone are Republican now, would that be the filthy fucking Russian collaborating conservative Loch Ness Monster?
Yes. What's the most overrated power metal band?
Dragon Force.
Yeah.
Oh! By 19 miles. And maybe also Luca Turilli. But everyone hates Luca Turilli anyway, so... Well, I didn't think we were gonna have much to do on the fucking ship. Like, I thought we might have to play Elite Dangerous or something for a while to fill time, but no, there's actually... This thing's fucking huge.
Jason the Unpopular says, "Blood and souls for my Lord Ariok."
Yes!
Rocket Insano says...
Where's my fucking phaser when I need it?
Have you seen any of SF Debris Star Trek reviews?
A few of them. They're all right. Yeah. I mean, I don't like follow them religiously or anything. Especially because most of them aren't or weren't for a long time on YouTube. I think they might be now. But yeah, I'm not super familiar with it. But what I've seen, I liked.
Invisible Clergy says, question for Sir Terran of Gel. Your favorite episode you edited and why? I do have a couple. If you're going way back, I really did like editing the intro for Duke Nukem Forever. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I loved editing the Versus episodes for like Call of Duty versus
right
whatever was out at the time,
which we haven't done in a couple of years.
Yeah, it's been a while. And
well, because the face-off kind of stopped. Like, Call of Duty stopped dueling with Battlefield, basically.
And they both stopped being interesting.
Yeah. Well, Battlefield 1 was good.
But, oh, and of course, Death Wish month.
Right.
Absolutely. Jean-Luc Picard says, "Shut up, Wesley."
Just as a rule. Just preemptively. What the fuck is stellar cartography? I guess we're gonna find out.
John Horn donated $20. Thank you, sir. Fun fact. People loved Simon's Quest until James Rolfe's hyperbolic review. Suddenly, dick writers everywhere were queued up to bash it.
Yeah, see also Omicron with the two best friends.
Relay that to any chuckleheads who deny Red Letter Media's role in the prequel hate.
Very true. Very true. Red Letter Media is the reason everyone... I mean, look. There were definitely Aspie nerds who didn't like the prequels. I mean, I remember, you know, there was definitely some prequel bashing happening in the early 2000s. But I would say it really didn't start until... God, Attack of the Clones was about to come out, or maybe already had come out. Then you started to hear the negative shit about Episode 1. I think Spoonie, in fact, I think for Knights of the Dinner Table, I think Spoonie wrote a fucking rant about this, actually. About, it might be on his website, I hope it is, because it's really good. About how Episode 1, everyone fucking loved it. When it came out, everyone fucking loved it. Rave reviews, people dug the shit out of it. And then it was like... After Attack of the Clones came out, then it was like, oh wow, these movies are kind of shit, aren't they? And then that became kind of the nerd narrative. It still wasn't the mainstream narrative, though. By and large, people still enjoyed it.
Let's see.
This is a really cool corridor.
Jay Caesar donated $2 and he just says, "No reason."
10 forward!
But thank you, sir, all the same. Cool.
Hey!
I don't think this is the proper one. I think it's next door.
What do you mean?
Through there? Maybe? No? Maybe I'm crazy.
ODN access!
Rocket Insano says, "You blew up the station from the Amnesia episode."
Yep. I sure did.
Kazekame says, thoughts on Channel Awesome's current state. What is going on? I don't know anything about this.
Some creators were not treated well or something. Apparently they were going to do a movie, and they didn't invite a bunch of people to be a part of it, and so people are pissed. That's what I can gather. And then there was also some issue with, like, people doing work and not being remunerated for it, and Channel Awesome profiting from their work. Like, apparently a dude did a documentary thing, or he shot a movie, and then they sold a DVD of a different movie and included the movie this guy had done, the documentary or whatever the fuck, included that with the DVD, didn't give him any royalties, and sold the DVD and kept the profits. Which is pretty fucked. That's pretty fucked, I have to admit. That is some fucking mendacious horse shit.
Let's see. Alabaster Jones says, Star Trek Elite Force had an expansion pack that lets you do something like this on Voyager.
Yeah, you could absolutely explore Voyager a little bit.
Either of you guys play that game? I played it on, believe it or not, the PlayStation 2 release. I've never actually played the PC release.
I never got super into the first Elite Force. Elite Force 2 was really good.
It was.
2 was just a generic fucking shooter. I don't know. I mean, 1 was just a generic shooter. One never did much for me. I remember I got that for like a birthday present, I think for my parents, and it just didn't do a damn thing for me. It was like, hey, look, more Borg shit. Voyager, like, turned into the Borg show at the end.
Yeah.
And not in a good way, because it totally, like, demystified the Borg and made them a fuck of a lot less of a threat. Brig? You know I have to go to the Brig.
Coriolanus Rex says, so comments on Nassim Agdam, the YouTube shooter.
As I said on Twitter, I didn't even have to know who she was or where she was to know instantly what their motivations were, and that was the same thing every mass shooter's motivations are. Even, honestly, some terrorists. Even when terrorists do mass shootings, this is generally one of the motivations, and that's narcissism and entitlement. And you can see that. You can see that in all the videos this chick put out. It was all about her. All about her. Everything about YouTube and the policies and how mad she was and all that, it all had to do with her. The world revolved around this bitch. So there were some clear mental issues aside from that. Apart from crippling narcissism, look at that 1,000-yard stare that chick had.
Yeah.
There was something deeply fucking wrong there. People should have known this chick was gonna snap. That's the thing, like, I don't know if she was originally from Iran. She had an awfully thick accent to not be a first-generation Iranian immigrant. So I would guess that she was originally from Iran. I think I've heard that she was a famous YouTuber in Persian circles. So I think she originally, like, came from Iran. And the thing you have to understand, depending on her age, too, is she may have lived through some really fucked up shit. Like the Iran-Iraq War. Some of the stuff that happened during the Iran-Iraq War would blow your fucking mind, people. You know, fucking kids in school. They're just in school one day, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking air raid siren. And the Iraqis are fucking bombing a civilian area. And suddenly you walk outside your fucking school, and there's just fucking decapitated corpses and bodies with no arms. Imagine being at school one day and that fucking happening. Air raid siren goes off and you're looking around and there's fucking bodies with fucking body parts strewn all over the place and blood smeared all over the walls. Like, some of the shit that happened during that conflict. Again, depending on her age. Okay, I think we're locked in a fucking...
Yeah, maybe try somewhere else.
Nacelle control?
Where did we leave off? Oh, about, the Channel Awesome stuff. Seeking Origin says, there were some injuries, slight, super shady forced contract signings, and one guy was sexually harassed. Not physically, but the guy should have taken it to court.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything
But
about
here's
it.
my problem with that. A lot of that stuff happened years ago, and nobody said anything, because they were like, oh, fuck. Like, I need to keep my mouth shut, because I want to be famous.
But now somebody's running for office.
Yeah.
Because that's how that works, right?
Kind of. We may need to emergency transport here.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Let's go to some place we know will load up, and if that doesn't work...
Well, we know the transporter rooms worked.
John Geary says, did you hear that they invented a new type of broom? It's sweeping the nation.
It's sweeping the Dodgers in 3 games. Suck it, LA! Sorry.
Matt Collins says, hi, Razor. My girlfriend wanted to ask this. Which bands do you consider underrated, and which ones do you consider overrated?
Fuck. Underrated. I'd say even Motorhead, with the legendary status they have now, Motorhead, like, couldn't get arrested for a long time there. I'd say Motorhead definitely were and still to a degree are. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Well, let's restart. Let's restart. There we go. Yeah, even during their lifetime, I think, well, especially during their lifetime, I think Motorhead were massively underrated. Hey, this is the other bridge, I think. The Generations Bridge, I think.
Let me look around. No.
No? Well, let's try it. Hey!
Yeah, they get those stupid things on the sides.
How about that? What stupid things?
The stupid chair-looking things. Stools.
Can I? No? Nothing? I know you can use some of these control panels in the new version. But yeah, underrated, I would say Motorhead. Even though they're legendary, I say they're still underrated. I don't think Metallica exists without Motorhead. And then overrated, I'm gonna have to say Maiden. I love Maiden, but Maiden are overrated as fuck. I mean, if you look at them in terms of the grand history of metal, if Maiden didn't happen, I don't think much changes, honestly. Because I think the 2 big bands in terms of the development of metal are Black Sabbath and Judas Priest. Black Sabbath for establishing the sort of sonic iconography of heavy metal, and Judas Priest for really establishing, like, okay, here's what metal looks like, here's what the singer needs to sound like, here's what twin guitars in metal need to sound like all that is Judas Priest. None of that was Maiden. Maiden came along later, and then they kind of turned it into a Disneyland attraction, and that's sort of their contribution to metal. I'm not saying Maiden aren't great. Again, I love Iron Maiden, but I think they are overrated. I think they're actually quite overrated. Interesting. Okay, so none of those doors on the side really function when you're on this. Okay, let's go, Okay.
The Beckloff says, hey, RazörFist, what's a good way to message you, since I don't have Twitter anymore?
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, man.
Okay, so let's try and get where we were going to begin with. Can we get to Shuttle Bay 2 in the brig? I think it just glitched.
Let's see. Zebor says, thoughts on SNK slowly coming back from the dead like our Lord and Savior THQ. Also, hey, I can send...
Samurai Showdown win! Nice.
Also, hey, I can send links. Here's a spreadsheet for your reference. And well, we can't click on that right now because we're using a phone. But we will check that out later. So, what about SNK and whatnot?
I'm not sure what he's referring to. What, like fucking... They're still releasing King of Fighters. I don't know when they stopped. They didn't, to my knowledge, ever stop making them. They definitely stopped making Samurai Showdown, which pisses me off.
I believe the control to release the force field is on the desk.
Yeah?
Or it should be.
No, I think that's a new version.
Yeah. Neon Pudge says, "Hey, Razor and T-Boogie, did either of you play or enjoy Voyager Elite Force? Captain Proton on the holodeck."
Yeah, like we said earlier, I dug Elite Force 2. Elite Force 1 was kind of generic, meh. Whoa, there's our other shuttle bay!
Oh my god.
Oh, what has science done?
Xenovista says, "Hey, where the Borg women at?" On Voyager.
Yeah, no shit. Along with all the uninteresting Borg. Get the fuck out of my way, asshole. God damn it, where's that phaser when you need it?
Go back.
This guy will not get out of my way. Fucker. Alright.
Senator Satan says, "Graduating college in a month with a degree in computer science.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say thanks for all the entertainment and rants. He helped me stay sane." Molan Labe and God fucking speed.
Godspeed! Stay sane in the soul-crushing work of computer science. I could never. People are always there's always this assumption, and I've even had people accuse me of it, of like, anybody who criticizes video games is always accused of like, oh, you just want to make video games. Let me just go on the record. Fuck no, I don't want to make video games. I never wanted to make video games. It's fucking boring. It's kind of like when you're a little kid and you watch cartoons and you draw, and it's like, oh, maybe I'd like to do cartoons. And then you find out that all cartoons and animation is drawing the same fucking thing 5 billion times with minor variations. And it's like, hey, maybe I'll do something else for a living.
The suicide rate
Kinda the same
amongst
thing.
cartoonists is relatively high.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Bobby O. Jimbo says, "Question: what does the Enterprise and the toilet paper have in common?" Answer: They both
wipe out Klingons.
They both circle Uranus, wiping out Klingons.
I knew it.
By the way, quad mechs rule.
Quad mechs apparently don't exist anymore. They haven't been in a fucking game in forever, and they'll never be on MechWarrior Online, because those retards at Piranha could never figure it out.
Yeah.
There's no way. How do you physics? Fucking all these years later, they still don't have exploding mechs. Of course, that's just probably because of the Twitch shooter bullshit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What deck is this?
10 forward. Oh my. God, this is huge.
Jason the Unpopular says, "What ending did you go for in Deus Ex Invisible War? I went along with the Denton Brothers Helios project plan and regretted it after the ending made it look like I just delivered the entire human species to Skynet on a silver platter."
Exactly. Yeah.
Honestly, looking at all the endings, I don't think there is a good ending.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. It's all about values and not about good versus evil, which is one of the things I love about Deus Ex. I went with the Illuminati ending, because at least humanity would have the illusion of control, you know? So I went with the Illuminati, and then on subsequent playthroughs, I occasionally went with the Luminon Saman, the Templars ending, or whatever. Huh. Where is 10 forward?
Andreas Ariano says, thoughts on Oprah, Edge of Sanity, My Dying Bride. Oh, sorry. Opeth, Edge of Sanity, and My Dying Bride.
Oh. Hate Opeth.
There's 10 forward.
Haven't listened to Edge of Sanity. Do not like My Dying Bride. Very fucking cool. Look at that. Oh shit, I forgot to move the ship to DS9. Let's go do that.
And...
Did I?
Commander Ham says, what is the name of the song that you played before the stream started? That was a kick-ass song.
I'll get that to you in a moment. Actually, I'll type it in the comments after the stream. Because I don't want to alt-tab out.
Yeah, this is just an alpha, folks, so it's a bit touchy.
A bit unstable. I don't want to push my luck.
JDub320 says, oh, and he donates $20 too. Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
I finally caught a live stream. You sure did, and thank you for joining us.
Okay, I think we're fucking fucked.
Malroadkill says,
let's try that again.
Presently,
free fucking alpha, folks.
Presently, it will never reach the Supreme Court. The justices have been refusing to hear cases about assault weapons.
They sure have.
Until Ginsburg is out of the picture and replaced with a conservative, it just won't happen. Justin Thomas is very pissed over this.
Yeah, Ginsburg's gotta go. Fortunately, she's fucking older than dirt. So, it won't be long.
Engage.
Alright, well, let's busy ourselves while we go to DS9.
Filipino White Boy says, I saw the DS9 episode Bar Association. When you said that Rom went from lovable dope to Che Guevara, you were referencing this?
I was referencing several episodes in season 6 and 7. Rom just gradually turns insufferable on the show, basically. It's a shame. Because he was like a lovable doof, whatever, and then at a certain point it got to the... And it's not just like his politics and trying to reform Ferenginar and all that shit. Honestly, that's pretty minor. The real issue is his personality gets a little insufferable. You know, he gets a very Rom is always right kind of thing starts to come into play. You know, Quark is always wrong, Quark is always retarded, even though he's got years of business experience, and Rom is the smart one, is kind of what happens, which is just fucking ridiculous. There we go! I think we're at DS9.
Let's take a look.
Yes, sir! How about that?
Pretty. So you're saying they're modeling it?
The interior, yes. You are going to be able to explore the interior of Deep Space Nine. No, don't fire Photon Torpedo. Cisco will fucking bitch slap us. They'll sick the fucking Defiant on our asses. Although, if this was season 2 through 7, then this is still a Cardassian station.
Technically,
yeah.
Well, that could just be the bridge that you loaded up. I mean,
yeah, that's true. Alright, let's go down to the shuttle bay. Folks, I think we're going to go out into the shuttle bay and explore DS9. How's that sound?
Adherent of Lady Columbia says, thanks for the news about Massachusetts. I live 45 minutes away from Deerfield, so having a double heart attack already.
Massachusetts, what the fuck did you allow to happen? What the fuck? And it's like it's the culmination of like 50 years.
Oh, can you find circle around the center, because there is something that I want to show you. If you can find
the center.
Yeah, the center area.
Thanks for the detailed explanation. There?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It'll be along one of the sides. be on the right.
What
Straight
am I?
ahead. Just follow this around.
Okay. It's so cool that we finally get to see the main shuttle bay.
Yeah, I can't remember, like, when we
Yeah,
actually
although
did
I
it.
imagine this is just pulled out of the guy's ass, but I could be wrong.
Oh, back behind you, to the left? Like, just around the center area. Hopefully it's in this version.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
Whoa.
Bronson comes to Enterprise! The Enterprise is fucked. My friend Wildy's coming.
Straight ahead, or to the left now? Just follow it around.
Bro, I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah. Oh, it might be... Yeah, there it is. Past the stairs there.
What are you talking about?
Right there.
What is this?
It's, when you welcome somebody aboard.
Oh, wow! Nice! I love it.
A fellow Taffer says, who are your favorite synthwave artists?
Oh, I'm going with, Laserhawk, I think, has never been beaten. Laserhawk was one of the first, and I think they're still the best. Animatronic, if you consider them synthwave, I mean, that's debatable. Dance with the Dead, Perturbator.
Love Perturbator.
Yeah, Miami Nights 1984. Yeah. Those would be some of my favorites.
William Sova says, hey Razor, just found out they have Battletech stations in the Twin Cities and just gave them a try.
Do they?
I got second place on my first time with a Mad Cat. Dude, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Nice.
Not taking the runabout.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the runabout.
But dude, that's awesome.
It is. Oh shit, I need to open the pod bay doors again, Hal.
Debonair Nerd says, the U.S.S. Razor crew list. Razor as captain. Terran as commander. Lemmy at tactical.
Bronson at tactical!
Stick from Daredevil as the ship's counselor.
Right.
Eva Green as the medical officer.
Right.
The barman would be Quark. Can you get it out there?
Whoa! Can I? Did I? Is it out?
I can't tell. Yeah, you're out.
It is! Holy shit!
It's hard to see where you're going, though.
How do you go up and down? What's like the pit?
Space is jump, so...
There we go. Oh my god.
There's a pylon. Oh, you're stuck on something.
Holy shit. We are officially exploring around DS9. How about that?
Oh, O'Brien would be
Oh,
engineering.
look at that.
And operations.
Is that not a thing of beauty?
Operations would be Bronson.
Ah, there you are.
Lucifer says, hey, Razor and T-Boogie, how do you turn a fruit into a vegetable? AIDS.
No!
Oh yeah, so for reference, those are the two cargo bays / shuttle bays in front of us.
Uh-huh.
And if we go up and look down, that's where the main shuttle bay is. It's
Gotcha.
that. It's been that. Always been that huge thing on the back there.
Okay. Gotcha.
that we never actually got to see.
How about this, folks? Again, not much in the way of gameplay. This is more of like a tour of the Enterprise, tour of the Star Trek universe. There are more locations in version 10. There are more locations than DS9. There's some planets. I think you even can go to Earth. You might be able to go to Earth in this version. I just haven't found out how. Reverse the polarity of the deflector array! Is there any magic bullshit technobabble thing in all of Star Trek that's been used more frequently than reversing the polarity of the deflector shield?
Oh yeah, something like that.
That fucking thing might as well be in permanent reversed polarity mode. Whoa! I love it.
I can't wait for them to model it. Like, how often do they update?
I don't know. I don't know. It's only a few people.
Let's see, Dennis Head says, have you seen the Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams on Amazon Prime?
Yeah, we watched the first episode. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't think you're gonna get that back in there.
I think I will.
Oh.
I think I did.
Well, look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants.
I'm like Locke from Lost. Don't tell me what I can't do! Okay, how do you get out?
Just hit the E or whatever. There you go, and then just walk out.
Holy shit. Wow. This fan-made fucking Enterprise thing just did something Star Citizen still can't do fucking reliably. Take notes, Chris Roberts. Let's take the other shuttle.
Okay. Fenritz Colto donated $20. I probably slaughtered that name. Hey Razor, love your work. Would you be interested in hosting a speaking event at Arizona State University?
Ah!
If so, how can my group contact you? Thanks and God fucking speed.
What, a speaking event about what?
Yeah, I guess you guys would have to bang out the details. You can always reach us on either Twitter, Gab, or more reliably, the Facebook page.
Yep. Wow.
Greek Chorus says, King Diamond Metal Mythos. Am I just being silly?
Why would that be silly? I love King Diamond. King Diamond is the shit. Look at this shit.
Much better. It's got better windows.
Whoa, and you can walk around while it's flying!
Yep.
Holy shit!
That's pretty awesome.
That is fucking badass, dude. That is bad fucking ass. Look at that. Look at this shit. Imagine building an actual proper game around this.
Oh, hell yeah. I could easily see it.
Am I moving? Yes.
Robert Franklin donated to
Oh,
us.
wow. And the readouts actually
Yeah.
are accurate.
Robert Franklin donated $2. He doesn't say anything, but thank you very much. We appreciate it all the same.
I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna land on this fucking pylon. Are you ready? You're ready? Because here goes fucking nothing.
You don't have to be gentle. You can't damage it, I don't think. Now it's the bottom left control.
Yup! I'm in the vacuum of space, folks, on the DS9 pylon. How about that shit? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Bad haircuts in space. Wowzers. Folks, that is profoundly fucking awesome. And profoundly physically fucking impossible.
Kazakame says, also, keep Battletech alerts. 'Tis awesome.
Yes. I was planning on it.
No, it is you guys who are awesome.
Let's go stop in on Quark's.
Now, in the 10...
Allahu Akbar! Sorry.
In the 10 version, you could look into the windows and see the promenade.
Really?
I'm not sure if you
oh
can...
my god!
Can you? Yeah, it's
Holy fuck balls!
Not properly textured, but sort of modeled.
Look at that shit!
Yeah.
Look at that shit! Fucking DS9! Wow! Wow!
Can't wait to actually go inside.
I know. I don't know how you would. I don't see where the docking bay is. I mean, I presume that you dock on the pylons there. But
it would be somewhere on the docking ring. Because I know on the show they had to land on a pad and then it would retract down.
Yeah.
I imagine once you've come here, that you would just use the transporter room. But that's not going to work. I tried it already on version 10.
Yeah, version 10 works fine on his rig. I don't know, maybe it just doesn't like NVIDIA graphics cards? I have no idea. Alright, are we good? Alright.
Chris Ulatowski says, "Yo, Ray's dog and T-Pups. I'm loving these streams.
This was so badass.
If you guys could pick your favorite historical event to study, what would it be? And what lessons do you think we as a civilization should learn from it?"
Historical event.
I've already got mine prepared, so...
Yeah?
I mean, it's pretty easy for me, considering
I think,
where I'm from.
if we're talking if we're talking going back and actually examining the particulars instead of the overarching propagandist narrative, I would go with the causes of the Civil War. Because I don't think anything has been more obfuscated knowingly by would-be propagandists than the Civil War. Yep, any of these can be used. Wow.
Oh, did you try the little shitty one? Is that one the one you were flying in? The little box one?
No.
No, remember? Yeah.
These do work in version 10.
Right. It's really cool. If you guys get version 10 working and play it yourselves, the little ones, the door folds open. It's pretty cool.
The link is below.
This
in fact,
ain't over.
Folks. The link is definitely below.
Oh, and Best Way Killer said, "Go to Quarks. Don't walk. Run."
Well, I've only got 2 speeds, so...
What episode was that from?
It's from the one where he hacks the replicators.
Yeah. The advertisements. Oh, that was so good.
Alright, anything we haven't seen?
Oh, I didn't say mine. I'm from Texas, so the Alamo. The battle for the Alamo. And the lesson I would say to take away from that is never give up. Never surrender. I hope this one works.
But no, I would say the Civil War because the causes of it, we're told in high school, in elementary school even, oh, it was slavery. We fought the Civil War over slavery, and it's not even in the top 20, I would say, slavery. There are a billion things, all of which are relevant for our current situation. What the fuck?
So I'm guessing it's not possible. You're
all right.
Fine.
Wow. I wonder if I can get over there. No, I'm gonna fall through.
Yeah, you're gonna fall all the way.
I'm gonna fall through.
And before you ask, yes, I landed on the promenade thing and tried to jump in through the windows. You can't do it.
Can't do it?
Yeah, I tried clipping through. You can't.
That's some bullshit. What?
Emergency transport! Emergency transport!
No! Jesus, in a cocktail dress. Where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm in nacelle control, like I wanted to be.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
Neat. I think we got to see this room once in one episode, because that looks really familiar.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where did
How'd
I
you
leave
like
off?
to be Paramount, paying for that fucking expensive set and using it once?
Neat.
Very fucking cool.
Judy Jewington von Ovenstein says, in DS9 The Ascent, Quark...
Oh, he's got a Game Boy Color.
In DS9 The Ascent, Quark lets slip his secret Antifa tendencies when he calls Odo a fascist. P.S. Obedience brings victory. Victory is life.
Yes! Take this gift from the founders. Alright. Okay, let's go back to... I actually want to check out the bridge a little more because... Actually, hold on. What is bridge aft?
It's just at after the bridge, the rear, where you would typically see them enter on the show.
Well, we're about to find out.
It should be the back left.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
Oh, okay.
Rude Etude says, thanks for reading my donation messages, guys. You really made my evening.
Did I just fire on DS9?
If you do check out the Iron Dream, just get yourself a printed copy. The digital version sucks cocks by choice. And John Smith says, Trump Ducat 2020. Now that's a ticket I would definitely vote for.
Ducat did nothing wrong. Except for that whole being possessed by Space Satan thing.
That's not his fault entirely.
I never understood that. Like, people get so mad about Season 7 where they're like, oh, he turned into Satan, they took away the moral ambiguity, blah, 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 blah. First off, you got 6 seasons of moral ambiguity out of Gul Dukat. Maybe calm the fuck down. Second, he was possessed by a space devil! Like, it's... what the fuck? If you can't cut someone a slack on the consistent characterization when they're literally possessed by intergalactic Lucifer, yeah, maybe dislodge the thumb from your asshole. Just, you know, just throwing that out there. Just rolling those bones. What is going on with your hair, my friend? What is up? Can you hit any of these controls? Can these be used?
Oh my god.
What is...
I didn't even think you could do this.
Oh my god. I've actually sat in this chair, by the way. There's a picture of me sitting in it, in fact.
Can you access the left control? Or is that
No, I
just
couldn't use any of the controls.
Damn.
Huh.
Let's see. T-Buddy17 says, I'm not one to get into politics, but I have to admit the teacher walkout in Oklahoma made me happy. It's nice to see a protest that isn't over something stupid for once. Have a nice night, too, boys.
I hadn't heard about any teacher walkout in Oklahoma.
Teacher walkout.
I know there was one here in Arizona over teacher pay, which... You're gonna protest over your pay even though we voted for pay increases and the superintendents just don't give them to you? Like, maybe you should just stop donating to the goddamn NEA. Maybe you should get on that shit. Because it seems like the NEA are totally in bed with the fucking superintendents and they're the ones keeping your money from you, not evil Republicans.
Oh, check out the other alternate bridges. We only checked out the one.
Is this actually accurate? Yeah.
It should be.
Sure is. What'd you say? The other bridges?
Yeah, we only checked out the 2 of them.
Season 1. Oh, hi. Nice!
Wow, so bare.
I think I prefer Season 1, actually. I like that! Let's go, Yesterday's Enterprise. Oh my!
The alternate universe.
Yep.
Where we're at war with the Klingons.
Yeah. The Tasha Yar cameo universe.
Let's see how accurate it is. Find a display of the ship.
What?
A display of the ship, if you can find it. Does it have... No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the future Enterprise. The one that has the 3 nacelles.
Okay.
But I do like this version. It's pretty cool.
All good things?
Is this it? No, the display still shows the only 2. Depending on which Enterprise it is. Past, present, or future.
It's got Klingon lighting.
Weird. Oh, we're here.
Where are we?
Oh, back at this.
Oh, okay.
A Sojourner says, thoughts on Trump sending the Guard to the border?
Fucking, what else is new? Like, why is anyone freaking out about this? Fucking Obama sent the National Guard to the border. Our old Democrat governor, Janet Napolitano, who, by the way, California, all those millions you're gonna have to spend on the fucking University of California because she embezzled millions of funds? Yeah. Elections have consequences, dipshit. But anyway, yeah, fucking all of them sent the National Guard to the border. I remember vividly on 9/11, Janet Napolitano sent the National Guard down to both the border and sent them down to guard the Palo Verde nuclear plant, as I recall.
Mersh says, actually, he donates $10 and says, God fucking speed. Thank you very much, sir.
There's a phaser. Want a fucking phaser. Is it in here? Yes! There we are.
Gonna commit some war crimes.
Are you sassing me? You don't deserve to wear that uniform.
Samuel Steingart says, recently bought the Oracle Year by Charles Soule. Can't wait to read it. Other 2080 characters you like besides Dredd?
I'll leave Data alone.
Besides Dredd...
I wonder if he would actually... He's a fucking android, I don't know. Anyway.
Besides Dredd, SD, and Rogue Trooper?
Other Charles Soule stuff? Why,
Yeah.
what?
Other 2080 characters.
Oh, other 2000 AD. No, I recommended on a previous stream Strontium Dog, and I still recommend that. That would be my primary recommendation. I love that comic. Always have.
Best Way Killa says, favorite episode of Deadwood. Season 2's finale would probably be mine.
It was pretty good. Season 2 finale. I think Season 2 is my favorite overall. But, probably Two-Headed Beast. The one where Dan and the captain have the fucking fight in the street.
He says that or the one with the fight between Dan and Captain Turner.
Although, I think also the, season premiere of Season 2. Where Seth Bullock and fucking Al Swearingen have the fucking fist fight and go over the rail and shit. I thought that was really good, too. Or the one where, Seth Bullock confronts fucking Wyatt Earp.
Oh, yeah.
That was good, too. There's a lot of good ones in Deadwood. That's the thing, every episode of Deadwood is fucking great. So, I think we're about done here, folks. Let's, wrap up on the questions.
Absolutely. Chris Ulotowski says, hey, Razor, if Ruger decided to make a more streamlined and modern Mauser C96, Much like the way they modernized the Colt single action, would you buy it? Also, what is a German's favorite sport? Pole vaulting.
Oh, I thought it was... I thought it was water sports. Be careful invading Poland, though. They won't stop screwing and unscrewing your light bulbs. No. Sorry, repeat the original question at the beginning?
What if they streamline the modern...
Oh, right, with the C-96.
C-96.
I don't think they could. I think the SIG Corporation own all of the Mauser stuff. So it would have to be SIG. And SIG has re-released a lot of the Mauser hunting rifles. Or like the Gewehr 98, they basically hunterized it and released sort of a hunter variant of it.
That guy in the left chair looks so relaxed right now.
Yeah, he's chill. He's totally chill. And I think I've still not found sickbay.
Worf says, this Christopher Lee fellow does a poor imitation of me. He is without honor.
He is without honor.
Evan Rose says...
Christopher Lee could never be that fucking wooden. Worf is so goddamn wooden he has a fucking grain in his acting. This motherfucker.
Evan Rose says, if you go
he
to the...
floats in water. I'm just...
If you go to Holodeck in a simulation, do you fall into a Nolan film? And have you...
shitty Nolan film?
Have you seen the Hannity-Kimmel shit?
What now?
Did Hannity and Kimmel do something? Time to clear the corridor.
Can I just say, like, fucking Kimmel?
There we go.
When did Kimmel go from being a bad late-night host to a bad political commentator? When the fuck did that happen, exactly? When his kid got Kimmel cancer or whatever the fuck happened?
Kimmel cancer. Copyright. That's a specific brand.
Yeah, a specific brand of ass cancer.
No.
You're driving me insane!
Now, you'd think if you went to sick bay, like, the turbo lift would drop you out in front of it.
Yeah!
The HMO office...
One would think so, but one would be wrong. And one would need to stop using one in sentences. What in the hell? Where's sickbay?
Oh, and number 3.
I'm dying of typhus over here. Space typhus. I've got the Klingon clap.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on the Hannity Kimmel shit. But he also says...
I'm sure Kimmel said something fucking stupid and
yeah.
The world came to a fucking halt.
And he ends with, does the NRA owe Hog a check? That's true.
I think
He's been doing a lot of advertising for them.
Oh, man. Well, the entire left have. They don't understand. There's no issue the left lose on more habitually than gun control. There's no issue that's a bigger loser for the left.
Every time they bring up gun control,
yeah,
they justify the Second Amendment.
Every fucking time. You create 1,000 more fucking NRA members every time you mention it on television.
Did you fucking see that tweet that guy deleted eventually? He's like a judge or he sits on a council or some shit, but he said something to the effect of, anyone who owns a gun deserves to be hanged or some shit.
Yeah.
Something immensely stupid like that. It's like, yeah, you just justified the reason for us having guns.
Yup. Holy shit!
I don't think you can do anything.
I think you can use the controls a little. Or at least you could in 10. No.
I tried. I couldn't.
They did on the little live stream that I watched. May just be a specific one.
Perhaps.
And O'Brien was in that too. Is O'Brien in the 10 that you got?
Yes, in 10, but not 9.
Okay.
I think they said he was new. They added him.
Okay.
Blast Action says, new to the channel, liking what I see. Have you ever played MechWarrior Dark Age, the Clicks game?
No, I never did. No.
No, that sucks.
That was a bit of an abortion for them. Like, I know it didn't do very well.
Yeah.
But that is also the reason that you have your Dark Knight.
That's
Or Black Knight.
Zebor says, inspirational words for you all from Kirby Star Allies. Kirby is super proud of you, and he understands that some days things are hard, but he believes in you, and he knows you will do great. Just keep trying. You are Kirby's hero.
Is Kirby a fortune cookie? What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
A transaction benefits you today. Thanks, Kirby. Fuck you.
Jason the Unpopular says, question. Why did the boy drop his ice?
But they made one big mistake. They attacked my home planet.
Because they attacked his home
The
planet.
bastards!
Where was that? Answer, because he was hit by a bus.
Alright, I'm gonna go destroy the satellite, and then I believe we're gonna end this. So let's get through these questions.
Rocket Insano says, what is your favorite rule of acquisition? We've actually already discussed
Yeah,
it was on the DS, Depths of DS9
Yeah.
episode.
Once in a while,
Vegas.
every once in a while, declare peace. It confuses the hell out of your enemies.
And mine was about fake news. I remember that much.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Where? Whoa, what is this? What? Science lab. Oh, I thought I found sick bay. God damn it.
Neat. As I recall, the science lab is next door to sick bay.
Hey, nebulous science bullshit. Detrion emissions subharmonic analysis. Wow, where'd this come from, O'Brien's asshole?
This game is now complete. It's got techno bullshit.
Yup.
David NS84 says, Razor, do you think it would be better if they killed off Keiko on DS9? The writers seemed like they wanted to go that direction, with Miles having several almost romances. Thoughts?
I don't know about several. That Cardassian chick hit on him, but he wasn't interested. And the only other one I can think of was the Kira thing, which was kind of weird. That was a weird one. Came out of nowhere, but it worked. It made sense. That was a classic example of how DS9 was written a little more like an HBO show or something, where like they would observe what the actors were doing and then they would kind of change where they were going based on it. I know that's where the Worf Jadzia thing happened or came from, which hey, nobody bats 1,000. But yeah, I believe that's where that came from. But I'm not sure if they wanted to kill her. I think they might have wanted to kill off his daughter, because they had that whole fucking episode where she fell into a fucking time-space vortex or whatever the fuck. They reversed the polarity of the deflector shield!
Failcard just joined us. Yes, this is a simulation of the Enterprise D, and it is free. It's an alpha. You can, the link should be in the description.
It's pre-alpha. They're not even in alpha, I believe.
Yeah, this is very pre-alpha.
Yeah.
Lots of bugs, but it's still very fun and very detailed. I believe the link is in the description.
Yes, sir.
And where did I leave off? Best Way Killer says, if and when Squeenix wises the fuck up and we do get another Deus Ex game, thank you. I was just thinking that the other day. Would you like it to continue Adam Jensen's story or shift to another character? Also, where would you like to see it
I think it would, well, I think you would have to finish out Adam Jensen's story.
Yeah, it has to continue in London, I believe.
London?
Perhaps.
You sure?
I think.
Well, I think as soon as we're done with this stream, we will fire the ceremonial torpedo.
Yes. That's how you should end it.
It's our new ritual. Are you ready? My Wildy torpedo.
Let's see.
My 475 Wildy torpedo.
The goddamn Loch Ness monster from South Park donates another $350 and says, "What is your all-time favorite guitar solo?"
Favorite guitar solo, probably George Lynch in My Dreams. That fucking shreds. He actually won an award for that guitar solo, if I remember correctly.
General Gentile Genitals says, my fellow Jew-tube shekel-grabbing goyim, what's poppin' my wigga and my nigga? Terran's black, right? Why were there only 600...
Well, he does live in a very poor neighborhood.
Why were there only 600 Mexicans at the Alamo? They only had 2 cars.
They only had 2 Mexican women inside with their legs splayed open.
What's the difference between football and rape? Women don't like football. Jesus Christ. Gimp Ninja says, hello from Ohio. I missed the beginning. What is this? We've said it several times. It's called Stage 9. And if you want to play it, the link is in the description.
Yes. Women are a lot like olive oil. They claim to be virgin, but... Continue.
Yeah. Lucifer says, in honor of the D-backs sweeping the Dodgers...
Yes!
Fuck the Dodgers.
Yes!
Bunch of LA cunts.
Yes! All I can say is yes. In fact, my character's going to nod as well. Yes!
Melphis Sky asks...
Oh, God! Fucking Michael J. Fox vision.
Favorite ship in Star Trek?
Favorite ship in Star Trek would be probably, well, I love the Defiant. I love the Defiant. But I also love the Excelsior. Even though, fucking George Takei's insufferable. And I hate the idea of loving a ship that he piloted.
My favorite would be, you'd have to look it up. It's called the Avalon class, and it's a carrier.
He didn't ask class, he asked exact ship.
Oh. Well, I'm sticking with my answer so far.
Right.
You'd have to look it up. It's part of...
Because my favorite class would be the Nebula class. It wouldn't even be that, but...
It's part of a mod for Armada 2, Star Trek Armada 2. But it's very cool.
Are there any more locations? Is it just DS9 and this?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna go warp 1. Whoops.
Noel says, best metal bass player.
Best metal bass player... Probably... You would have to throw Geezer Butler in there, because he's fucking awesome. Kronos is ridiculous. I mean, he's not that great, but he's fucking ridiculous. He's totally over the top and perfectly understands that bass is not important, so you should just be sloppy and ridiculous and over the top with it. Like, he does extended bass solos and shit. Like, Kronos is so fucking awesome.
Mr.
Yeah.
DJ Fly High asks...
And in honor of bassists... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue. I just thought we would all be inaudible for a moment.
Mr. DJ Fly High asks, which is better, Gundam or Robotech? The answer is Macross.
Yeah, the answer is Macross.
Feel the Power says, hey there, Razor. Do you have a BitChute account, or do you plan on making one in the future?
Maybe. I've just been too lazy.
Adherent Lady of Columbia says, Warhammer 40k playthroughs win. There are so many fucking games.
Yeah, there's so many games and so many bad ones.
Yeah.
I don't really care that much about Warhammer either.
Carsy Day says, yo, your thoughts on all the channel awesome shit also...
Oh my god, people! What's with the...
I'm not...
I mean, and that didn't just happen in the last week. It's been going on 4 weeks. I don't know why you guys are just asking about it now.
Also...
By the way, I submitted my video. I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, the first thing I did was what you're expected to do, right? Like, I literally read a tutorial on, like, a forum somewhere, and they're like, well, when you start your YouTube channel, you should submit all your videos to these guys. Because then you could, you know, be on a channel and featured and yada yada yada. So I submitted, like, we're talking the very beginning. This is, like, 2009. Like, first, I maybe had 5 videos out.
Yeah.
We were up to, like, the Street Fighter 4 video or something. And I submitted those to Channel Awesome and didn't hear anything back, right? And we're just going on our merry way. I didn't even think anything of it. I honestly totally forgot about it. And then, like, 2012 or something? No, it would have been 2010 maybe. It was like over a year later. I randomly get an email from them and they're like, hey, you know, this is great stuff. But we're not doing video game content on our website anymore. But Angry Joe's starting this blistered thumbs thing, and you'd be absolutely perfect. And yeah.
Oh yeah, how did that work out?
Yeah. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, bleh. First off, like, I looked at the website design and I was like, I'll get buried on this fucking website. They have so much fucking bullshit, so much subpar bullshit, no less.
What now? Who was the host of the website? Was it Angel Fire or GeoCities?
And they, yeah, that website went away. But yeah, I actually passed on that. I didn't reply. The email I got was actually from Rob Walker, if I remember correctly. It wasn't Doug Walker.
Where did I leave off?
But I respectfully declined. By that point, I understood, like, what those kind of websites are and that you lose some independence. And at that point, like, my independence was way more important than, which it still is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of the reasons I haven't opened a Patreon yet. I have a Patreon page, but it's not, don't donate to it. It's just a placeholder, guys.
In case, you know, shit goes...
In case YouTube goes full YouTube, you know,
yeah.
It's just kind of an escape hatch.
Ooh.
Continue.
Also, favorite Elder Scrolls race and why?
Favorite Elder Scrolls race is probably the Dwemer. Because they have all the cool lore revolves around the fucking Dwemer, and you never get to play as them. It's why I proposed in my the Future of Elder Scrolls video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I proposed that we go back and instead of going to a different land, instead of going to a different region, how about we go back in time instead? How about we go to a different time period, and that way you could go back to a time when the Dwemer existed. You don't necessarily have to go back. People misinterpreted that. They were like, oh, you want to answer the question of what happened to the dwarves? I'm like, no, you don't have to. Go back to before that. Go back to just a time when the Dwemer were around and existed so that you can play as them.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? I don't see any problem with that. Go to way before if you have to.
Tronathon says, recently saw Amon Amarth, sorry.
No, it's Amon Amarth.
Amarth, okay. And Sabaton in Osaka, Japan.
Oh yeah?
Metalheads indulge in some intense mosh pits. Also, cool to witness their reaction to Sabaton's song about Shirayama. That's cool.
Are there any other models of shuttlecraft you can tank, or are you just fucked? Ah!
Integrity Gamer says, maybe he's born with it, or maybe it's Maybelline. Evening, Razor. What are your thoughts on
It's funny because he wears makeup. Blow it out your ass.
What are your thoughts on organization Media Matters?
What specifically? That's the thing, like, with an organization like that that's been around for so long, generally, yeah, not a fan. But I would need you to mention something they did specifically. But yeah, Media Matters generally, it seems like fucking, it was kind of like prelude to the quote-unquote giant goddamn fucking Mount Rushmore-sized air quotes fake news crackdown kind of a thing.
DK Unit says, finished my first playthrough of Kingdom Come. What is your favorite quest so far? Mine is the one where you help botch some executions. Fun times.
I don't think I got that one yet. I don't think I did.
But what is your favorite mission so far?
Let's not do that. Let's not crash into a fucking wall. My favorite so far? I've enjoyed all the thiefy kind of quests. The Miller quests. We're still at warp, aren't we?
Oh, maybe warp 1 is just a state at which you can just fly.
Maybe? Maybe I need to get them to pull their thumbs out of their asses. Alright, Captain's going up to the goddamn bridge. I'm gonna make you people do your fucking jobs.
Let's see.
Be like fucking Peter Molyneux on Opposite Day.
Sean says, have you watched any of the Lore Runners vids on DS9 and the Next Generation?
Oh, you mean the ones where he opened up by saying DS9...
You're a heretic.
The ones where he opened up by saying DS9 was in constant danger of cancellation? Even though I have video footage of Ira Stephen Bear saying the exact opposite, that the reason the show was great was because they were never once in danger of cancellation? You mean those fucking videos? Those?
Yeah, those.
That was his first video, guys. But he's the academic one. I'm just the guy who tells dick jokes, right?
If yes, what did you think? Well, there you go.
There you are.
Oh, and for your next Rageaholic Cinema, may I suggest Action Jackson, starring Carl Weathers. Alex Siegman says,
Main shuttle bay. There we go.
man, is it me, or was that YouTube shooting no, I mean absolutely the last thing the left wanted to happen in the current political climate.
Right.
Oh, you know they'll still fucking swing it their way.
Well, they buried that story the moment the person's skin color and gender was wrong.
Did you see that one fucking guy who wrote an article on it? The picture he put in the article, he lightened her skin and gave her green
No,
eyes.
actually, that's incorrect.
Really?
No, he did not. That was from one of her social media accounts.
Okay.
She lightened her own eyes.
Alright. I take it back then.
He just did bad research and fucking Googled her or whatever.
Okay.
And so he wound up with the light eyeballs picture. But yeah, it was still fucking stupid. Cause he should have done more than 5 seconds of fucking research. He's the goddamn journalist. Alright.
Where did I leave off?
I wonder if I can leave at warp.
Oh, probably. I don't think it's actually a state in which you have to worry about flying off. Spaghetti.
Oh, there are stars in the fucking shuttle bay.
Spaghetti says, capellini, penne, macaroni, orecchini, farfalle, bucacchini, rigatoni, pappardelle, fettuccine linguine, tuba, boppity boopity. Okay. I mean, if you want to insult my mother like that, but hey, you know, thanks for the money anyway.
Oh, whoa!
A sojourn.
Can I leave at warp? Am I leaving at warp? I'm leaving at warp. Is it gone?
No, it's right there.
No, okay. There we go.
See, nothing you have to worry about. A sojourner says, thoughts on the National Guard
We're
being
both
sent
at
to the
warp.
border? Actually, we just answered that, so I think it's a good thing
What?
that the National Guard are at the border, getting shit done.
I think it's kind of, honestly, on Trump's part, I think it's kind of a placative gesture because he knows fucking Congress. I think what he's trying to do, and it's not a stupid move, is show Congress how popular it is.
Oh, what you can do is, we actually ended up someplace?
Hey! It didn't glitch. How about that? Oh.
I was gonna say you haven't landed on the Enterprise and just walked around.
Yikes! Alright. Anything else?
Filipino white boy says, it's interesting that you mentioned the cause of the Civil War. While Ken Burns is an utter shitlib, his documentary went into detail about the causes of the war, and it noted the various causes.
Did it?
I don't know.
How do you get out of this thing? Oh, I guess you just...
Yep, walk out the door.
There we go!
Neat.
How about that? Oh, that's gross. What the fuck?
Xbox Hog says, will you play more of Deep Space Nine: The Fallen? I played it when I was growing up, and it was one of my favorites.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I love that game.
Kazakame says,
It's a little Dark Souls-ish when you play as Worf. But it's the Dark Souls of Dark Souls of Souls of Dark Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls.
Kazakame says, get a phaser, go to the bridge, shoot Crusher. Unfortunately, he's not.
Unfortunately, he's not.
Yeah.
The moment they simulate Wesley Crusher and give you a "shut up, Wesley" function, this'll turn into a platinum seller.
John Smith says, why is Buckaroo Banzai the best movie of all time in space?
Oh shit, that's not Galaxy Quest. What are you talking about?
Jason the Unpopular says, excluding Elric of Melniboné and Coram, how much of Michael Moorcock's bibliography have you read, and what would you suggest for a filthy neophyte?
I would check out Coram. I really enjoy the Erikoze stuff, the Eternal Champion series. Some of his one-off novels. Wow, what a view.
That's really cool.
Jesus.
Look at that.
Some of his one-off novels, I would recommend Gloriana, I believe, won an award. Mother London was pretty interesting. But yeah, those would be some of my recommendations.
A Sojourner says, I'm not freaking out about the guard. It's a great idea. Yeah, no, we agree.
It's fucking... name a president that hasn't sent the National Guard somewhere.
Yeah,
like, I mean, what the fuck? You literally have a large group of people marching on the border saying they're going to disregard international border laws and just march right in. Why would you not?
It's just an invasion.
Why would you not? And then you've got politicians down in, like, the Tucson area, like Raul Grijalva, who should be in fucking prison, essentially saying, let's give Arizona back to Mexico. We didn't win it in a war or anything. Fuck. Can I jump on this? Can I? No.
Six Duggar
That's
says,
a shame.
Michael Moorcock is just J.R.R. Tolkien, who never got out of his edgy teenage phase. He is the Linkin Park of authors. Fight me, noobs. Well, thanks for the $5. JSC Hong says, I'm basing a character on you, Captain Razor, the badass exorcist who banishes demons with a silver Mauser, his silver razor blade, and the power of rage.
Right. Capital.
I'd buy that for $1.
I would buy that for $1. I'd buy that for $1.50.
Pro from Dover says, Wu spoke Cantonese with Mandarin tones.
Yeah?
Just a little detail. Godspeed, guys. Well, he can speak perfect English. I mean, that's the actor, though.
Yeah.
Nathan W. donated $20. Thank you, sir. Razor, didn't you know that kids know everything about gun control these days?
Yeah, they should be setting our public policy. Haven't you heard?
Yeah.
So what's the fucking... Where's the... Oh, shit, I'm adrift in space and the ship's gone. I'm dead.
David NS...
Ah!
David NS84 says, Taryn, did you miss my question about O'Brien? No, I think I got to it. That was the one from before, right?
Still more?
David NS... I just read it. I'm sure I did.
Okay, let's...
Yeah, we already did that. Just checking.
Alright, gang.
We've only got a handful of more to go. Major Spike 9000 says, Razor, on Crowder's CNN marathon, you mentioned the best troll moment of 2017.
I certainly did.
Was when Donna Brazil dedicated a book to someone called Seth Rich. Could
yes.
you elaborate?
Yeah, Seth Rich was presumed... So, Seth Rich worked for the DNC IT department. And I remember putting this together right before. So the DNC leaks happened right after Seth Rich died. I mean, within days. It was like within 2 or 3 days. And as soon as I heard about the DNC leaks with Seth Rich dying, I immediately was like, well, those two things are awfully coincidental.
Yeah,
a guy who worked in the email department dies, and then 3 days later, there's a bunch of DNC leaks fucking thrown out. That's fucking interesting. That's a coinky of a goddamn dink.
Also, you didn't fire the torpedo at the fucking thing.
What?
You said you were going to end the stream with...
I already fired. I blew it up at the outset. Fuck that shit.
All right, just saying.
But yeah, no, Seth Rich, so the hilarious part was it was considered like a conspiracy theory. Oh, it's fucking Alex Jones claiming that the world is flat again. He's talking about frogs being gay. God, just disregard that nut job. And of course, complete horseshit. Turns out Donna Brazile, when she put out her book, I don't know if it was just to generate publicity or what, but she dedicated her book to Seth Rich, which seemed to kind of subtly suggest, hey, Hillary, I know something, and very interesting. Very fucking interesting. What are you on?
David NS84 says, apologies, Shekels, for missed question annoyance. Don't worry about it, man.
Taryn, did you miss my question about O'Brien? Did you not see
No,
it?
we talked about O'Brien, about how they wanted to kill off Keiko, maybe, and have him do romance stuff.
Okay.
A Sojourner says, good night. Sorry for asking a question twice. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it, man.
Mighty Christian Gamer, I tore my pants! I guess I'm in real trouble now, aren't I? By the way, any Star Trek comics you recommend at all?
I can't think of any.
No, dude, check out, there was an edition of the Star Trek comic from 2007 that was, I have it, I actually own it, that is entirely in Klingon.
It says you're a heretic!
The entire fucking thing is in Klingon, it's awesome. And I totally have it, it's badass as shit. Chicken Bone, saw Priest last night, it was awesome. That's because Priest are fucking awesome. Deus Polvault, fuck yeah! How long before China buckles under the pressure of Trump's tariffs? Yeah, that's the thing. People are... Did you see that fucking editorial in... I forget what website it was. It was one of those liberal think boxes. I think it was Daily Beast. I think it was Daily Beast. Possibly. Where they were like, Trump isn't trying to start a trade war. It's actually much worse than that. And basically they were predicting a world war because there's never been a situation where two superpowers have engaged in a tariff war before.
What?
And it's like, first off, calling China a superpower is... I understand they're more powerful than they used to be, but on a clear day in China, you can see the smog. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're definitely a third world superpower, and they have huge infrastructure problems and huge problems logistically with their military and their economy, and economically they're headed down the other side of the mountain, and in terms of population they're headed down the other side of the mountain, which, oh hey, by the way, both those things were predicted by Patrick Buchanan in The Death of the West in 2002. Which is fucking basically printed prophecy at this point, that fucking book. Jesus. But yeah,
also, did you hear about their 14-day traffic jam?
That was the whole thing with China, is whenever you hear about China, it's always spoken of in these hushed, reverential, hyperbolic terms like, oh my god, they're gonna blow us up! They're gonna kill us all! Jesus! You know, it's always something ridiculous like that, and it's like, you don't understand, logistically they may not be able to. They couldn't even hold Olympic Games. Remember when they fired fucking chemicals into the clouds at the Olympics to get them to rain because they didn't want it to rain at the fucking Olympics and shit? This is the kind of petty bullshit they're focused on, and they can barely carry that out logistically speaking. So, guys, Yeah, they're more powerful than they used to be, but that idea of China overtaking the world is kind of 90s. It's kind of outdated. It's an outdated view of China. China have slid down the other side of the mountain quite a fucking ways since then. All right. Heavy Hebrew. Hey, kids, how long do you think it'll take Mexico to have a revolution once the wall goes up and stems the flow across the border? 5 to 10 years. I don't think you can't keep that underclass there starving and poor with a wall up preventing them. I mean, granted, they're still going to get in. Life finds a way, right? But you're going to severely reduce the flow, which means there's going to be a lot more that have to stay there. And the more they stay there, the more they turn into a potential revolutionary class. And you're telling me, like, at that point, we've had situations where the mayor of one of the southern Mexico cities literally a cartel put out a hit on her and carried it out. They killed a mayor.
Yeah.
They put out a hit on several police chiefs in Tijuana, and they carried them out. They carried them out. They have fucking all kinds of politicians. Threats of assassination. Politicians have to go into fucking hiding. I mean, all this shit.
People get beheaded in their capital city.
Yeah.
I mean, this shit it's ridiculous.
Did you see there was a story 2 years back, I think, where they had uncovered this warehouse that had nothing but dismembered torsos in it.
Oh, is this about the soup maker or whatever?
No, it's cartels. It was the cartels. It was their victims.
I've got
because
another
they don't.
one.
In order to prevent identification, they remove the arms and the legs. God knows what they do with them.
Okay, so
But yeah, they discovered a warehouse just filled with fucking dismembered torsos.
there was this guy who got sentenced recently, I believe.
Yeah.
He was called like the soup maker or something.
Yeah.
He worked for cartels. And it's just a guess, but he may have killed over 600 people.
Jesus.
When they discovered just holes filled with little bits of body parts because he was dissolving them in acid.
Oh my God.
Like, that is professional.
Oh,
shit.
no, very, very professional.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, the cartels can operate out in the open because they have the police in their back pocket. They literally, at one point in Tijuana, staged a mass hanging. There were just bodies hanging, and we're talking like, you know, when you're driving along in LA and there's suddenly like an overpass, like just a freeway hanging over like a major roadway, that's where the bodies were hanging. They hung them right in the middle of a fucking public freeway.
So people could see.
Yes! Fucking madness. That's the kind of shit that's going on in Mexico. And that, by the way, is the regime, the corrupt regime that years and years of looking the other way on illegal immigration and tacit endorsements of open immigration policies. 8 years of Obama, 8 years of Clinton, 8 years of George W. Bush. That's what it got you. The Ronald Reagan amnesty. That blood is on Ronald Reagan's hands. It's on George W. Bush's hands. It's on Clinton's. It's on Obama's. And Trump is the first president who's at least attempting to address that. All right, let's see here. Mike Merchant donated $14.88. Remember when getting your mouth washed out was a punishment growing up? Now these kids are eating soap on their own. It's true. It's fucking dish soap, but
They should definitely decide our gun policies, though.
they definitely, yeah, I agree.
I mean, between that and the snorting of condoms, I mean,
no, that
come on.
clearly is a sign of piercing. What is next, by the way? Fucking, okay, you got the Tide Pods that you're eating, the fucking snorting condoms.
Just fucking drink bleach, okay?
You're going...
Go all the way.
Next up is the Finnish tablets, I think, with the little red ball in them. I think that's up. Oh my God, they're fucking sweet tarts. Yeah, they are sweet tarts. You should gulp them right down, asshole. Commander Ham. Don't forget the intro song, God fucking Speed. I won't. In fact...
Yeah, put it in the comments.
In fact, I think I just closed a tab. Okay, it's from a group called... Hold on.
Midnight Danger.
Yeah, well, hold on, dude. Thanks for...
What?
Okay. It's Stranger Days by Midnight Danger, folks. That's what the opening song was, motherfucker. Hocticus Maximus. Looks like this is the last one. Saw Priest last night and Halford paces all over that stage. Also, the motorcycle was great. Now, paces or uses his cane to traverse the He's not the most mobile individual. That's why I laugh when people are like, Ripper has a great voice, but he's so like insulated and like he's not much of a front man. He doesn't own the stage. It's like fucking Halford bends over for half the goddamn set. Like, what are you doing? And I understand bending over is a familiar posture for him, but anyways. Yeah, Saber Iran. Wasn't butt chugging a thing? Yeah. And dogging it. And what was the thing where you would just punch a random stranger?
Oh, God, no.
What was
that's
that
still a thing.
What is that called again?
Oh, God, no.
UFC?
Sure. Yeah. I could say
I forget what that was called.
Oh, God, don't say it.
Why don't? And I say it's just not very creative. That's my main issue with it.
Knockout game.
Knockout game, yes. If you're actually doing the knockout game, fuck it. At least get a little creative with it. Walk up to a guy, walk up right behind him, reach out your hand, cup your hand, and just give him a good goosing. Just a good solid goosing.
Oh, you didn't have to donate to tell us.
Yeah, Saber Iran, man. You didn't have to fucking donate for that. Jesus, bro. I can't thank you guys enough for joining us. Sorry, I know there wasn't a ton to do on this, but it was still fun because we got to explore the Enterprise D.
I can't wait to see what else they can do.
The newer version has way more stuff in it, by the way. There's a bunch of stuff. There's replicators and a shitload of stuff. There's a little video to play on the fucking
on the bridge.
The bridge, yeah. So, really cool shit. Sergio Rubalcava 253, favorite thief level. My favorite thief level might be casing the joint. It's strange because a lot of people hate that one. Casing the joint and masks. So you go to a level and you have to like map it out, and then you come back, and it's 2 levels, but it's really like 1. You come back later and you steal masks during like an exhibition. Fucking Thief fans hate this level, and I love it because I love the layout of the house. First off, there's a bunch of secret passages. I don't think any level in the fucking game has more fucking secrets in it. And then it has the library in it, and I don't even need to explain what the library is in there. The library, to me, and I understand like there's a lot more frightening things like extended horror sequences in Thief, but to me the library was the most terrifying aspect of Thief 2 because it came out of nowhere, because you're in this normal Thief environment and you're thinking, oh, this is just going to be a stealth mission and I'm just going to like map out the area and whatever, and then you get to the end of this hallway and you hear these freaky noises, and you're in a secret compartment too while you're doing it, so you're not supposed to be there, so you're already kind of on edge. You're expecting a bad guy to be around a corner, and then all of a sudden you hear these ethereal ghostly noises at the end of the secret passage, and you're like, what the fuck is that? What am I even? And then you crank this little lever and open the secret door, and all of a sudden there's this freaky fucking ghost noise, and there's goddamn ghosts pacing all around the fucking halls, and if they catch you, they'll shoot nebulous ghost shit at you. It's fucking horrible. But yeah, that would be my favorite, surprisingly. A lot of people hate it, but I really dig that one. I also like, well, of course, Life of the Party from Thief 2 is great. And the one where you trail the 2 thieves to Ramirez's mansion and rob them blind in Thief Gold. That one's great. So, all right. Oh, there's one more. Coriolanus Rex, thoughts on Detroit Become Human, aka Android BLM. Yeah, it does seem that way, doesn't it? I think, well, what else were you gonna do? Otherwise, it was pretty much Total Recall 2070. Like, everything I had seen, in fact, they stole. The trailer they showed at that E3 was an exact replica of a scene from the first episode of Total Recall 2070.
Yeah, they're basically replicants. I mean...
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, totally. Foster Davies Smith, hey Razor, if you could choose one setting to not only go yourself, but to take Terran and all of us, which would it be? It can be fantasy or sci-fi, anything goes, but I want to know why. A fantasy or sci-fi setting that we could all go to?
Tamriel?
Yeah, but like, would you want to live in Tamriel? You're like chilling one day, you're just threshing your wheat or whatever, you're diving for fucking $1 million pearls and clams at random, and then all of a sudden a fucking Oblivion portal opens up and there's goddamn Daedra shooting fireballs at your ass.
It's better than having to deal with traffic.
I don't know. Horse-drawn traffic or what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know if I would go Tamriel. I might. Yeah, let's go. No. We'd go Star Trek because you'd never want for anything.